Hi, I'm John Massey.
Yeah, John Massey, a good buddy. I'm Bernard Percy. What we're going to do today is talk about a topic I think is essential to parenting, any area of life, and that's making the right decision. John and I had a discussion earlier today, which we want to share with you, which we believe will be of value to you. So, John, you're talking about making the right decision. What was your thought about that?
Well, first off, when you look at the whole subject of how do you make a right decision on anything, you have to know what it is that you're going for. And one of the problems that we see with parents is that they really haven't completely worked out exactly what it is that they're trying to produce. They think that they're trying to make decisions for the child, and that's correct. But as the child gets older, you need to cultivate in that child the ability for them to make those quality decisions for themselves. And by the time you look at it, by the time they're out of the nest and they're 18 or 20 or some cases younger, or some cases maybe 45 when they're out of the nest, then you're going to find that the quality
Yeah.
of their life is completely determined by the quality of the decisions that they're able to make.
As we were talking earlier today, then I realized there's so many different things we could speak about. How do I get my child off of computers? Well, how do you help them make the right decision about how much computers they use? And how do you, as a parent, make the right decision and how to get the child to make the right decision? Discipline. When do you discipline your child? Should I spank them? Should I not spank them? There are so many topics. Every topic a parent has a question about, it all comes back to making the right decision. And that's what I loved about this theme.
Hmm.
Okay, and we can look at different areas like discipline. What's the right decision about discipline? You have a child, who's not doing what you think he should be or should be doing. Okay, I know what I do. I'm going to spank them. Is that going to help them learn how to make the right decision when they grow older?
Yeah, and here you run into kind of a black hole of a problem potentially, where this is a golden opportunity because your product as a parent is the ability for that child to be able to make the right decisions. And here you have the very fact that they need discipline or that they drive you to punishment means that this is a point where they've made the wrong decision. This is the point where you have an opportunity to teach them that, that really wasn't a good idea. See what you did there. And unless that child can come to that conclusion that, what, that really wasn't a good idea, and then your punishment has failed, your discipline has failed. And all discipline needs to be aimed at the betterment of that child and raising the child's ability to where when they look at that, what happens when you make a mistake and when you see something that you did in business or whatever it is that just didn't work. And you look at it, you review it, and you go, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do that again.
You're talking about the Aikido principle. You take a flow against you, a child misbehaves, does something wrong. That's a teaching opportunity and an opportunity to help them make the right decision. And there's no lack of ways you can deal with it. See, one of the real concepts and themes that I feel important about discipline is, and you hit on it, is if you want to really make the child more independent and more self-determined, more being able to make strong, correct, analytical decisions about what they want to do, that's why I want to discipline the child. Not, I'm the father and I'm telling you what to do and you do it because I know it's the right thing whether you think so or not. See, as a parent, you have the responsibility to help your child adopt certain values and responsibilities and so on. But you can't enforce it. How do you get the child to observe the truth for themselves?
Yeah, one of the things you see, we were all young ones. We all made mistakes. We
Excuse
all
me.
had the
I
disciplines.
still consider I'm young.
Yeah,
Okay, how do you
yeah.
define young? Okay.
We were all toddlers, children, and teenagers. And we've all had those moments where, we've been disciplined. We're sitting on our bed in the bedroom and we're going through our thought process at that point in time. And it's that exact point in time that you as a parent need to be able to create what you want to create. That thought process is everything. And is that child thinking how wrong you were and how horrible it is to be young and dominated by this parent? Or is the child thinking, that really wasn't a good idea. I really messed up and I'm never going to do that again. And it's a thought process that you're trying to produce, not a fear. See, the idea, and this is incredibly crude when you look at this punishment idea, is that you're going to make it so painful because you're going to smack them around some, or you're going to do something, something that is really going to hurt that child, and that because he's not going to do it because it's painful. See, but that has nothing to do with the real subject. Is he not going to do it because he himself realizes it was not a good idea?
How do you get the child to observe the truth to him or herself? How do you get that? Is the secret. And there are many ways of doing that. Okay, and one of the ways of not doing that, is you make somebody wrong. Because what happens if somebody makes you wrong, John? I don't like the way you're standing in that shirt. Why are you wearing that shirt? Take it. Yeah. All of a sudden, you get into this right-wrong argument. Yeah. No, I'm not saying the child isn't wrong, and you want to change the attitude. But one of the principles is how can you get them to be willing to change their mind? And in future presentations, we're going to go over so many different topics that we really will help you know how to make the right decision for what is good discipline. How do you discipline a child when it's really needed? And there may be times when it's needed and wanted. Okay, how do you get them off the computer? How do you stop them from bullying their younger brother or sister, an argument? I mean, how do you motivate them and excite them? One of the things we're going to differentiate is the difference between a symptom and a cause. See, so many times parents are trying to handle a symptom as the cause. My child is lazy, and that's it. I got to stop him from being lazy. Well, what's causing that laziness? Inherently, a child isn't lazy. We're going to help them make the right decisions on how they can handle things so they know they're going to get the result they want. And I love your concept that the child now learns they can make their own decision and they have faith in themselves. That would be wonderful.
Yeah. And if you follow our series within this, what you're going to find is the entirety of it is how do you mold that thought process for the child? How do you create, when that child is sitting there after being disciplined, how do you create the thought process that will actually make that child grow and become better and prepare that child for the ability to make decisions on an ongoing basis, the quality decisions that will lead and become the foundation and the very essence of the quality life that you would have for that child.
And when you know your child has that, you have so much freedom because your child's going to be quote unquote tempted by the world out there. Hey, try this drug, kid. It's good for you. Why are you listening to your parent, man? You do what you want to do. Don't let them mold your ideas. You create it, right? There could be so many temptations to get them to be determined by others, to do things that you would not agree to. But when you help your child make the right decisions in different areas, boy, now you have that child that you go, I'm a great dad. I'm a great mom. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to bring out the best in your child by helping them make the right decisions, by you making the right decision, and now help them make the right decision. John, it's the right decision that we're doing this together.
And that says it all. Thank you very much.
Okay.